Let's talk about politics and religion on Do Not Talk. Howdy, I'm CharLee Simons, your host here on the show that talks to the people nobody's supposed to talk to. That's what the media keeps telling me. Oh, you'll lose viewers, you'll lose listeners, you'll lose your standing in the community if you talk to these different kinds of people. I've had my own Republican Party tell me I'm not supposed to talk to candidates for the California governor's race. Why? Because they want to decide who you're going to vote for come next summer in the primary election. In California, at least where I am from, born and raised, just a good old boy from Bakersfield. I'm learning this as I go along and learning these things with you and having great guests on that I respect and admire and I'm interested in. And I figure if I'm interested in, hopefully you will be too. That's the whole idea here on Do Not Talk. So you can find me on Rumble, rumble.com/do not talk, where I am live right now. I'm also live on twitch.tv/CharLee Simons, all spelt like you see down here below, CharLee Simons. That's how I spell my name. My name is Charles Lee, so I just kind of squeezed them both together there. That's why it's spelled that way. Also, let's see, I'm on LinkedIn at CharLee Simons and on Patriot Mike's Facebook page. So let me open up the chat room right there. If you have any questions, you want to comment or say anything, feel free. Dick is dead. We're going to cover Dick Cheney's funeral and also the Democrat Socialist Convention. I don't know if you've ever seen this mashup of all the different times that people interrupted over all the little complaints they had before they ever even got the convention started. It's brilliant. It shows you exactly who the Democrat Party is today. And this is going back to 2019. So we're just going to roll some of that and have fun with it. Oh, by the way, this mug I showed you in the very beginning, you can get one of your own at this address right here, CharLeeSimons.com, CharLeeSimons.com. Get yourself one of these mugs. Let's talk about politics and religion. Do not talk. Or one of these hats. Look at that. CharLeeSimons.com. Or I love this hat. Hold on. This is available at my website too. Yeah, buddy. We're going to definitely talk about that as well. So let's see who I have standing by in the back room, especially since I'm live on his Facebook channel right now. There's Mike Cook. Mike, you've never looked better. You look very impressive, Mike. Can you hear me?
I'm still getting it together here.
Sorry. That's right, buddy. I got a couple of fun things just to. I was supposed to have Simone Anderson on the show today, and she had to back out at the last minute. And I had all this stuff prepared and ready to go, and I just said, "Well, what the heck? I'm just going to go on anyway." I'm glad you could join me. I also put out the invitation to Vindog and a couple other great podcasters and broadcasters, see if they want to join us. I don't know if they will or not. But the other, I just talked about my website and where to get some of my merchandise. Click on that merch tab. You can contact me there. You can also give if you want to financially support this ministry. I would appreciate it. Just had a nice anonymous donor on Give, Send, Go. You'll find that link on my website.
Yeah, I gotta like that.
Yeah, I do like that. It was a great blessing. Great blessing. Didn't expect it. Came out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, man, thank you so much. That pays for my recent trip down to San Diego where I covered the Mike, it was awesome. It was the big governor showdown. All the conservative candidates on stage in the same place. They had a debate and there were everybody asked me, so who I broadcast live from the event. Who do you think was the big winner? Who do you think was the one who's favored in your mind right now? And I said, you know who won? Are all the people that nobody heard of.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. And then they get then of course all of the Dominion machines make sure that they never win, and there you go. But then again, a Republican strategist from St. Louis, Missouri bought Dominion voting machines. That's kind of crazy.
It is, and he paid a tremendous amount of money for it. But he
Yeah,
bought it.
I don't know where he wasn't. As far as I can tell, he wasn't that wealthy of a man.
Yeah, probably put together a bunch of different like-minded people to buy the thing, but
Something.
it's coming at a time that I think that President Trump is just about to pull the trigger and say, you know what? And when it comes to a federal election, at least every state has to go same-day voting, paper ballot. So the Dominion machine is not even going to be needed.
He changed the name to Freedom Voting or Freedom Election or something along that lines. I don't remember. I have to go look again.
I think
his statement of their what do they call that? Mission statement is to have paper ballots, one-day voting. And everybody's like, well, why would he vote? Why would he buy Dominion? I said, because he owns the algorithm. The algorithm that, you can take a look at these election, like the 2020 election result, even the 2022 election results. You'd have these, 35.7% of the vote. How do you get 0.7% of a vote?
0.7. That's a good trick.
Yeah,
that's a good trick.
Because the algorithm assigns, back in 2020, they was talking about, like Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell and them were talking about how these machines would go 75% of a vote. Somebody votes for Trump and it would assign 75% of the vote to Trump and 25% of the vote to Biden. And so you would get these weird anomalies.
It was like 4 Biden votes for every Trump vote.
Yeah.
And out here in California, the mystery and other swing states, not that California's a swing state. California really doesn't matter at this point. It hasn't for a long time, but in presidential elections, at least, but they would hold announcing the results of the vote for sometimes weeks. And it's all because, oh, shoot, every single ballot that's coming in still, we got to count those. So we can't have a final toll yet. What every single ballot that came in was always for somebody on the left. Every single one. Statistically, that is impossible. The cheating is rampant. It is so filthy dirty in the state of California, at least. I don't know how we're going to have a Republican governor next year when we have our gubernatorial election in November of next year. I don't see how it's going to happen because nobody talks about it here. Our own elected representatives on the right never even talk about election fraud. So what's changed? Nothing.
Well, that's changed. Number one, I think that there's the DOJ. I think this Proposition 50 out in California, the DOJ is looking into that. I think there's something going to come out of that towards election fraud.
Well, it's unconstitutional. It's not even really legal.
Well, it's not unconstitutional as far as the United States
state constitution,
but it's definitely unconstitutional, the state constitution, because they changed the constitution.
Right.
But I think we're going to find out. And the other thing that is happening there, did you see that this McCormick, Congresswoman McCormick down in Florida just got busted for embezzling $5 million of, was it 5 million or 5 billion? I don't remember. A lot of money from FEMA into her campaign.
Yes, it was in the millions. Yes.
So I say that I bring that up because Gavin Newsom is taking he set up a PAC to push that Proposition 50, and he didn't spend any money. And now he's taking that PAC and switching it to Gavin Newsom for president.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're looking into too.
Yeah, I got to get a new shirt to put in my merchandise store that says "Ruin the rest of the country." Gavin Newsom, 2028.
Way back in 1993, when Bill Clinton was running for president, all over Arkansas, they had billboard signs that said vote Bill Clinton for president. Get him out of Arkansas."
Talk about dirty.
By the way, did you see that Bill Clinton is Bill and Hillary are AWOL they were supposed to in October go to hearings in DC at the oversight committee, and they had to delay it because they had scheduling conflict, and that's been no one's heard from them. They went AWOL.
Interesting.
They're supposed to be it's the oversight committee Epstein stuff that they've been bringing people in and asking about Epstein.
Yes, well, they were a no-show. I mean, they flat refused,
and they rescheduled.
How many people were had to do the perp walk because they refused to show up for those committees?
Well, they rescheduled it, and they didn't show up for the rescheduling, and now they're not answering the phone.
Listen, Steve Bannon had to do the perp walk. We all saw it because he did the same thing. Does that mean we're going to see the Clintons doing the perp walk? He actually served jail time.
I don't think the Republicans have the gonads to do that. Besides that, you wouldn't want to wake up dead from suicide.
Good point. Did you see any of Dick Cheney's funeral?
I was busy, doggone it, and I missed it. So
well, I just so happen to have some footage of it if you want to watch it. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
We can watch it together and comment on it. And the chat room is open right now if you want to chime in. Dick Cheney's funeral. Here we go. Let's bring that up because the best part was watching who's there and who's not. And I caught this on. Hold on a second. Let me bring this up. Here we go. This was live coverage from former Vice President Dick Cheney's funeral. Dick is dead. And here he is on Do Not Talk. Let's see. Who do we see there? I have no idea where this church is, Mike.
Is it in D.C.? Is it the National Cathedral in D.C.?
It doesn't look like a Catholic place to me. It looks like a one of those Episcopalian kind of false religion things.
Yeah, the National Cathedral isn't Catholic. That's the one where Donald Trump, where they right after he was inaugurated, he went over and that shaved head lefty female transvestite whatever preacher excoriated him. Remember that?
That was Al Gore. Oh yeah, that was Al Gore right there. We saw for just a second. Oh, there's John Boehner, tan as always, cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
And he ain't been around for what's he doing?
This was actually tuning up. Joe Biden live? Was there, by the way.
Oh, well, did Joe Biden fall asleep?
It's already happened.
Oh,
yeah. Let's move ahead. Oh, that looks like Mitch McConnell. There's Mitchie. Move ahead. There's Gore standing up. Everybody, look at me. I'm Al Gore. Look at me. It's an inconvenient truth. He's the wealthiest one there, by the way, from his little...
By the way, Al Gore and John Kerry, who served in Vietnam, has moved from global crisis to AI crisis.
There's Mitch McConnell over there on the left. See Mitch sitting there? Okay, let's forward through a little bit. Oh, there's Kamala. That's Dan. Dude, that is Dan Quayle right there who just shook Kamala's hand. So that's
Quayle.
Like a vice president's row right there. What's that?
Is he still around? Dan Quayle?
Apparently, because there he is.
Can he spell potato?
Vice President spell potato. Spell tomato.
You remember that big controversy? He spelled potato wrong?
Yeah, of course. And by the way, it was actually spelled wrong on the card. So that teacher is the one that really should have been excoriated, not Dan Quayle. Because he was like, well, I guess the teacher, I don't want to make her look bad.
I'm the
Kamala.
I couldn't do it either way. So
Kamala knows that absolutely every eye at this point is on her, so she's going to act like she's leafing through the program. I wonder if the program actually has a list of accomplishments and it just says Dick's deeds. Just thinking. Just wondering. Okay, as they're filing in, let's forward ahead. I want to see Joe. I want to see Joe Biden, slow Joe. Another old dude, old white dude, nothing but old white dudes. Oh, good heavens, that's Mike Pence. That is Mike Pence picking his nose right now.
Well, someone's got to pick his nose.
Somebody, it's not going to pick itself.
That's right. Gotta get up in there and dig around so you can find one.
Okay, let's forward. See who else is there now.
I'm told that Hillary and Billary were no-shows. There's Jamie Ratskin sitting in the back.
There's somebody, and there's Slow Joe right up front looking at the camera. Is that next to him? To his there's the monster, Dr. Jill, between Kamala and Joe. But to the right, oh, good heavens, I didn't even recognize George W. He's lost a lot of hair. Do you see him on the left on the front row?
Looking like his daddy.
He is, huh? And there's his wife next to him, always looking amazing. She never changes.
Did you know that she used to be the head of the Red Cross?
Well, that's cool.
Did you know that?
I always liked Laura. I always liked Laura Bush. There's, George has not, I saw him on a recent interview. He is not, people always made fun of him for being a stupid president. You realize he's the only president in our nation's history to have a master's degree? There's nothing stupid about him. And in this interview, he was as sharp as ever, funny as heck, sarcastic. He doesn't care. He just doesn't even care anymore.
Well, I worked for this car dealer one time. Everybody thought he was stupid. Everybody thought he was crazy. And he was, kind of, like a fox.
And he was.
He'd sit in his chair. He'd sit back like this, and he'd have his pen. He'd balance it like that. And I was a lot manager. And that guy knew everything there was about everything that was going on that lot. And so he acted crazy.
There's a sweep of the camera. Hey, where's Kamala's hubby? Where's Whitey?
Oh, that's true. He's not there.
Well,
they don't get along anymore.
Anymore? I don't think they ever did.
I
don't think they ever did. The friendliest couple right there is George and Laura. I mean, I think everybody else is just like basically. I'm
not a fan of George W. either.
Well, nor am I, but I'll bet he's the only one sitting there that didn't visit Epstein's Island.
Well, you don't necessarily have to visit the island. They'd bring him to you.
They'd bring him to you.
That's true. It's true. It's true. Did you see where Louderman was given a speech here the other day about how a year ago he went to a skiff and came out with 4,000 SARS. What do they call them? The bank reports when there's bad things happen. 4,000 that went to the one single account with Jeffrey Epstein, over $1 billion in money changing hands.
Well, Mike, I've been saying that everybody's talking about, release the list, Epstein's list, release the emails and all this stuff. I'm like, those have been carefully guarded and language. And plus the Democrats had possession of those for 4 years. Who knows what they've taken out and deleted.
Well,
accidentally lost.
I think we're about to be surprised. I don't know
I don't think anything's really going to happen until we follow the money trail, Mike. Until they start, and they are right now. J.P. Morgan, Chase, Bank.
Oh yeah, they are. That's what I was just talking about.
And the Democrats can't hide that. They can't hide that kind of information.
Well, so did you see that Elon Musk and Donald Trump have made amends?
Yes.
They've let bygones be bygones. Did you see that Donald Trump, when he was giving the speech for the summit there for the Saudis and us, and Elon Musk was all there hanging around everybody? Did you see where Donald Trump said, these people are idiots, and and I kept telling everybody, stop talking about the dumb stuff that they're doing. We'll wait till 2 weeks before the election, and then we'll release it. You remember when we talked about that, Elon?
I think a lot of this is going to happen right before the midterms.
Well, wait. Follow me here.
Okay.
So Donald Trump and Elon Musk had a big spat publicly, out texting each other, whatever, or he would Donald Trump was on Truth and Elon was on X, and Elon
I told you my theory about that, right?
What's that?
I think that was contrived. I think that was Donald helping him build his Tesla business back up again.
Who was the first one to bring up that Donald Trump was in the Epstein files?
Oh, well, yeah. Then there's that.
Is Elon. It was Elon. And then a big buzz. All the knee jerkers were jerking their knees, all the usual suspects, the Thomas Masseys and the Marjorie Taylor Greens and the Candace Owens and the Tucker Carlsons and all the rest were jerking their knees. And that kind of just started to settle down, right? And what did Donald Trump do? It's a hoax. And there it goes again, right? And you got everybody now. You got Hakeem Jeffries, you got Chucky Schumer, you got AOC, you got everybody screaming and hollering, release the Epstein files. He got them all in a frenzy, right? And he got them to vote 400 and something or another to 1 in the House to release those files. And who was the one? Who's the one that didn't vote?
Let's see.
No.
Let's see.
Republican.
This is the House or Senate?
In the House.
In the House. Who did not want them released? Nancy Pelosi.
Nope.
No. Who?
Clay Higgins.
Who?
Clay Higgins.
Clay Higgins. Who's
that?
Where's he from?
From Louisiana. Huh? The cop from Louisiana, the one with the real slow draw that talks all the time.
Oh, interesting. Chip Roy, Marita said.
Nope, he voted. Yeah, I either didn't vote or he voted for it. Here's the thing. He said, I don't want to do this because we're turning the justice system upside down. And I need reassurance that we won't be revealing a bunch of information about the innocent people involved, because there's people that are witnesses, there's people that are just caught up in this. Yeah. So
hey, who just quit? Who just quit?
What do you mean just quit?
Marita met Clay Higgins. People are bailing. They're bailing because of this.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. There's several of them. There's been 2 or 3 or 4. They're not to be the last. I always say on my show all the time that there will be a point in time in the very near future when it's not that will they be able to hold a vote or will they have enough votes to pass the legislation. Will they have enough sitting congressmen to have a quorum? Because when all this starts happening, they're going to self-deport either the country or the planet, one or the other. And so here we are, see this happening. So my point and what I was getting to here is the whole Congress, everybody, the media, everybody screaming and hollering, release the Epstein files. And what does Donald Trump do? He lets this thing build to a frenzy and he says, okay, release the files. Suckers. You called for it. And what does he do? The next day, Elon Musk and him make up.
Our own fellow conservatives were screaming about that. I don't trust Donald Trump. Donald Trump must be on the list. I'm like,
oh yeah. And who exposed himself? Marjorie Taylor Greene is totally exposed, right? Mm-hmm. Standing the organization that she's been standing with, and when she does these press conferences, the ladies that are standing there holding the little signs and stuff, is a George Soros Reid Hoffman organization. Brought to you by the Tides Foundation.
Damn.
Reid Huffman. He's like one of the poster childs for Epstein Island.
Hey, Lana Johnson said Biden's got a different mask on. Let's check out right now. Let's go back to the funeral. Dick's dead.
I can't see close enough to see if he's got a different mask on.
There he is right now. Let's see. He looks confused. He's definitely confused over the program.
Well, he's not sure if he's there for Dick Cheney's funeral or his own.
When does the movie start? Jill, when does the movie start? Am I going to like the movie? Who's in the movie?
She
Oh,
says,
his face
"Honey,"
is frozen. Shoot.
she taps his hand and says, "Honey, we'll be here for you very soon. Don't worry about it."
I hope it's not like when he met the Pope and everyone around him right now is smelling human excrement. Oh, CharLee, stop bringing that up. Hey, GW's got a little punch going on there. Check him out on the far left.
Well, you know, they aren't getting any younger.
He got a little punch there. He's looking like me these days.
See, the only thing you're missing here from the poster boys of the New World Order is Bill and Hillary, who happened to conveniently not show up.
Well, you know who else is not there?
Barack Hussein Obama.
No, our president, Donald Trump, was literally not invited.
Well, darn.
We have been looking at the absolute worst of the worst in the deep state and the cartel right there. I think cartel supporting deep state, all those people right there. And I think you're right, Lana. Joe did get a new mask.
It's a good thing we have all this holy music for these people. I mean, I don't know. He could be right with the Lord. I don't know, but I think he worshipped a different God.
Really, you think so?
You know, the God all the other elitists.
I haven't spotted Liz either.
I imagine she'll come in with the
there is the casket, and it is covered with the American flag. But I'm going to move later on into the program because I don't want to hear everything that these people have to say, and I'm really not interested in what GW has to say about them. Where is it? Here it is.
Dr. Biden, President and Mrs. Bush.
I want you to see what kind of flag is draping Dick now. There it is.
White
yeah, what the heck is that? They removed the American flag when they went into the church.
Sort of Christian type deal.
Over a span of 27 years,
Vice put that other thing on. Where is it now? Come on.
And there's no Congress.
There it is. There it is.
You know, when my dad passed away, of course, he is a veteran, so he got the whole veteran treatment, and they take the honor guard take that flag off, and then ceremoniously fold it up real nice. You know, that's really a moving ceremony. I don't know if they did that to him, but
is that standard operating procedure then to take the American flag off when you go into the church? There's Liz.
No, they do this. No, it went into the little cathedral. It was at the VA cemetery in Warrensburg, Missouri, is where my dad was laid to rest. But they have a little ceremony to do that. They do the 21 gun salute thing, and as the casket, just for the casket's ready to go to the place of burial, that's when they remove it, and it's a very touching little ceremony. So,
well, let's give a listen to GW.
Cherish the association, and the high regard went both ways. In his memoir, President Ford described Dick's steadiness, his low-key style, and his absolute loyalty. I know exactly what he meant. These are not traits easy to come by in Washington. Being calm, reticent, undramatic, and untrustworthy are not everyone's formula for success in politics. But they were the Cheney way, and they worked. I'm reminded of a renowned senator who once gave this advice to a junior colleague. Perhaps he said you could occasionally allow yourself the luxury of an unexpressed thought. Dick Cheney was like that. Sparing and measured with words.
Okay, well, speaking of sparing and measured with words, I'm done.
Yeah,
already.
Just don't go hunting with him.
Don't go hunting with him.
I'm sorry. I'm being irreverent.
There it is. And of my pilgrim's pride. On every mountain side, let freedom ring.
Sing it
Hey,
like
everybody.
freestyle.
By the way, for everybody in that cathedral who doesn't know, that's supposed to represent Christ Jesus. Just in case you didn't know, wanted to let you know. Okay, they're in uniform. And are those Marines or is that naval? Some kind of Navy thing. Must be a kid.
Nelson, Dave,
Must be another kid.
what direction
There's
his life
Lizzie.
should take. Though he was inspired to service by President Kennedy, Dick Cheney became a Republican. But he knew that bonds of party
Unlike you.
must always yield to the single bond we share as Americans. For him, a choice between defense of the Constitution and defense of your political party was no choice at all. When he was vice president, he wrote in this letter to all of his grandchildren, "As you grow, you will come to understand the sacrifices that each generation makes to preserve freedom and democracy."
Well, it's too bad you didn't follow that advice, Liz.
And you will assume
You
important
were a turncoat.
responsibilities
You did
as
horrible
citizens
things
in our society.
when you were
I
in
ask and
Wyoming.
please my
I'm so glad they
what
voted
I
you
ask
out.
of my daughters,
So glad they
that
voted
you
you out.
always strive in your lives
Ridiculous. Okay, let's see if there's anything else interesting on that funeral. I doubt it, though. Highly doubt it. No, no, no,
And guidance from God.
no, no, no. There we go. Sayonara, sucker.
Well, you know, it everybody's going to face that time, and it is what it is. But this can't help that. That's the whole deep state operation. Like I said, other than Bill and Hillary,
Every single person there except for Bill and Hillary.
except, and you know, they've been AWOL for the last couple of weeks. So
I wonder if they didn't show up because they were afraid they might be arrested.
Did you see the stuff that came out? Did you see the stuff that came out about Uma, who's now married to George Soros Jr., Alex Soros, whatever, Uma Aberdeen, Hillary Clinton's former chief of staff and personal assistant. They used to travel around in 2016, 2015 with the Secret Service escort. According to the Secret Service leaks, they always rented a one-bedroom suite and kick the Secret Service. Yes. Anyways, she said that writing to one of her friends, she said that one of her Islamic friends, she said she's doing what she has to do for the cause, for Allah.
Yeah, I think that's called Takia.
To get in good with Hillary and all of the horrible things that she has to do. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know. But anyways, she has very, very strong ties to the Muslim Brotherhood, which Texas has just declared a terrorist organization.
About damn time.
And you see, the Muslim Brotherhood came from where?
Obama?
No, way before Obama. Obama may have came from the Muslim Brotherhood. That's a whole nother issue. No, it came from back in the Yasser Arafat days. It came from the PLO.
That's what the Palestinian Liberation Organization became, was the Muslim Brotherhood.
Well, they became Hamas after Arafat died. There was actually a civil war and it rose out of them. But the Muslim Brotherhood started through the PLO, which is started from Iran. You can tie there's biblical stuff about this, by the way. And CARE, Council of Islamic, Arab Islamic Relations, CARE, which is a lobbying group here in the United States, which all the Jew haters are going all upset about. APAC, which is a communist, Marxist, American Jewish organization. They don't ever complain about CARE, which does the exact same thing.
Right.
Which is an offshoot of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Council on America or American
Arab Islamic Relations. Yes.
Relations, CAIR, CAIR. That's right. I forgot about them.
Nobody wants to.
Nobody
Nobody wants to look. And if you want to bash APAC, fine. I don't care. But why don't we talk about CARE too?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to say the Jews are ruling the world, well, half the world's ruled by Islam.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, the Jews put them there. Come on, man.
The Jews put 'em there.
Well, I'm sorry.
Good Lord. I'm amazed at
chasing the
what
rabbits today.
people will blame Jewish people for, and the nation of Israel, what they'll blame them for is just stunning to me. I'm kind of done arguing with that. I've lost several friends just because, that one show that you and I did, who was it with? Oh, Arthur Schopper. And we were talking about all of this, remember?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. They
Yes.
came out of the woodwork hating on me over that.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, I just tell them that I'll pray for them and ask the Lord to remove the demons from them. But it is, in some cases, demonic.
Yeah, I think so too. Unfortunately, they claim to be Christians. But then Paul wrote about those. Paul himself called them so-called Christians.
I push back with that kind of stuff with scripture only. I just give them the scripture.
Yeah.
Just give them the scripture. And the problem is number one, not understanding the scripture, not reading the scripture themselves. And the other problem is not understanding context and regional language and customs of the day, depending on where you're at. That's part of the problem. Like the one of their favorite verses is, and the Lord uses it twice in the message to the churches in Revelation, is synagogue of Satan. But where is that? Well, it's Jerusalem. No, it's not. He was talking to specific churches. All of them were in Turkey.
Interesting.
And there was a synagogue in the area of converts to Judaism at that time that were persecuting the Christians. And so the synagogue of Satan, who claim to be Jews, but they're not. They're converts to the Jews. That's the specific people those scriptures we're talking about. And another thing. I just learned this. Gog and Magog. Right? The Bible talks about
where
Gog.
Armageddon's supposed to happen.
Well, who's Gog? Gog and Magog are all of the stands north of Persia, which would be
Iran.
would be Iran. So all the stands up there, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, all the stands. There's a bunch of stands up there. All them stands they hang out.
Bunch of stands, Turkestan,
right.
Whatever.
But then there's another one.
Fruit
they
stand.
team up with Tumuk. Tumuk, I don't know if I'm saying that right. When you go read Revelations, you'll see it in there. Guess where that is? Turkey.
Interesting.
Where the synagogue of Satan is. I'm just saying. I mean, you just read it. It's right there. You just got to read it.
Yeah. Christians don't read Revelation. They're afraid of it, which is silly. I think.
Okay, that's a good segue. Let's talk about that for a second, if you don't mind. Sure, show. Are you a Christian? I'm talking to the folks out in the audience. Are you a Christian? You believe that Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior, that he died on the cross, rose again on the third day, is up with the Father, sitting on his right hand, where God's going to make his enemies his footstool and all that stuff, and that one day he's coming back, right? We as a Christian, we believe that. If you don't believe that, you're not a Christian. I know, you may be religious, but you're not a Christian. That's
right.
Like the point, right? So let me ask you this. Why are you afraid of Revelation? Why are you afraid of the end times? I had a so-called Christian friend of mine, and I do this because I've told her to her face she's not a Christian. And she needs to get that right. She needs to work that out with God. She's scared to death of the Antichrist. Scared to death of end times. Scared to death. We got to stop it. We can't allow this to happen. With the Donald Trump's working with Palantir, and he's going to create the beast system, the 666. We're all going to get the thing and the heads chopped off. And oh my God, we got to stop this. It's the Antichrist. if it's the Antichrist, if Donald Trump's the Antichrist, or Barack Obama's the Antichrist, or Yuval Noah Harari's the Antichrist, or Putin's the Antichrist, or whatever it is, you can't stop it. It's ordained by God. You should be rejoicing because we're in the end times and you're going home. You should be excited about it. I'm fired up. If this is the case, let's go. Why are you fearing? Are you afraid you're going to miss the boat? I'm just asking. I don't know.
Only one way to fix that. Start praying.
Well,
get right with the Lord.
My point is, if this, and I don't think that it is, by the way, if this is the end times, if the 7-year tribulation has begun because they burnt up the heifer. Yeah, but there's no temple. But that, don't let that get in the way of a good fear mongering. If we're at that time, you should be rejoicing. As a Christian, you should be rejoicing. This is a time of rejoicing. The Lord's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So why aren't you rejoicing? Why are you panicking? Why are you afraid? And if it is the end times, you can't stop it. Because
I think a lot of that is because they do not read God's word. Our fellow believers do not read God's word.
Absolutely, I agree 100%.
There's no better way to be encouraged. There's no better way to get revelation than pray for his Holy Spirit to give you understanding when you read his word. A chapter a day keeps false teachers away.
Yep.
That's absolutely
and I challenge this person who's an absolute Jew hater. She doesn't hate the Jews. She just hates the Zionists. Have you seen the Babylon Bee? They did an expose where they interviewed a soldier, a German soldier at Auschwitz, says that he doesn't hate the Jews. The Jews are great people. It's just the Zionists that he hates, as he's separating the workers from the ones going to the gas chamber. You know what I mean? So
very poignant.
It gave you a perfect example. So AIPAC, we hate AIPAC, right? All the same people that hate AIPAC can't have AIPAC. We got to get rid of the dual citizenship. All this talking points, right? They all threw a temper fit the other day. We don't hate the Jews, just the Zionists. They all threw a temper fit the other day when Donald Trump spoke. I think it was the Republican Jewish Convention or Republic Jewish something, some kind of big convention. I think it was in Florida. A delegation, Republican Jewish, bunch of Republican Jews, not AIPAC. And they threw a fit because he was talking to Jews. So say it's not AIPAC you have a problem with, is it? It's the Jews that you have.
By the way, if you're a Republican Jew, we love you. We appreciate you. And we do realize you are probably the most hated people group in the world of Republicans.
By design. By design.
Yeah.
Well, God create. They're the chosen people. How dare you say that? That's terrible. They're so high and mighty and think they're chosen because you don't read your Bible.
You don't read your Bible? Exactly.
Because chosen is not necessarily a good thing.
We've been grafted in. We've been grafted in. And he literally writes, don't get cocky about it. I'm paraphrasing, but don't get cocky about it because you could be removed.
I was just talking to a friend of mine about that, who was talking about the replaces theology. I said, we're grafted into the vine. And he said, yes, we're grafted into the vine. And I said, so let's dig up the vine that we're grafted into.
That's a good point. Oh my goodness.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Understand, being chosen is not necessarily good. You're still in the National Guard, right? Or did you retire yet?
State Guard, yeah.
State Guard. Okay, so I need a volunteer. You and you. Being chosen is not necessarily a good thing, right? Right? Am I right? You know, when I said thanks to training, they said
through boot camp. I had many say, never volunteer for anything. Never volunteer for anything.
You know, the drill sergeant came out when I was in base training and said, does anybody here have a backhoe operating license and a truck driver's license? And a couple guys
I would volunteer for that.
You would have?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they gave him a wheelbarrow and a shovel.
See, I would have been that sucker. I would have totally been.
So Israel is chosen as God's instrument to introduce God's will to a world that didn't know him.
Right.
Okay. and to be a standard by which God judges the rest of the world.
And that's why he blessed them with success. So
Well,
those
he blessed them with success, but there's, he destroyed them twice. It scattered them around the
deservedly
world.
so. Deservedly so.
And
They turn their back on him when you start melting down gold and forming a calf, while the dude who got you out of Egypt and your slavery is up there getting the 10 Commandments. I know, let's worship a golden calf. Dumbasses. None of them got to go into the promised land, by the way. That's why they had to walk around for 40 years, because the Lord was waiting until all those people who participated in that died.
Yep.
They didn't get to go in.
And not even Moses didn't even get to go in.
Yeah, it's because he got mad and hit that rock because it didn't give water.
Disobeyed.
He disobeyed, yeah. Well, he made it about himself. But that doesn't mean he isn't right now with the Lord.
No, just you were talking about blessings and curses here.
Yeah.
Salvation is an individual thing anyways. It's not, it's not a collective thing. That collective thing, whenever you hear collective, that's Marxism. That's not God. That's the way God does it. Individual, and I was just talking about this too. So if you understand these sort of things, why is it that Jews kind of has blinders on when it comes to Christ? Individually, that's not the case. There's many Messianic Jews. Yes, but as a whole, there's kind of blinders there. There's a reason for this. Do you know why that is?
Because Jesus said they would be blinded. Jesus said they would be.
He did say they would blinded, but there's a more practical, biblical reason for this. There's two things in the Bible. The first one is when Pontius Pilate wiped his hands, and I don't have the verse, but you can look it up. When Pontius Pilate wiped his hands, because he was trying to let Jesus go, and they kept saying, "No, crucify him." He said, "The blood's on you." And the crowd shouted, "Let his blood be on our children, on us and our children's children."
I forgot about that.
They cursed themselves.
They actually said that. Yes. Yes.
The Revelation says that the Jews as a nation won't come to the Messiah until the time of the Gentiles is over. We're in the time of the Gentiles right now. When the 7 years of tribulation happen, if it's going to be 7 years, because I'm not sure how many times there are in a time or how long a time is. But however long the time is of it, halfway through, when the deal gets broken, that's the end of the time of the Gentiles, and the end time actual reign of Christ is now about to begin. So they come back to Christ at that point. They back to Christ. They come back to God. God says He's going to put it on their hearts at that time, when that time comes. But right now it's the time of the Gentiles, and that's us. Well, unless you're Jewish, and then that's not you. But still, Israel is how God judges how you react to Israel, to Jews, is how God judges you as a nation, not individually, as a nation. So you can take it how you want to take it. I don't care. Is what it says.
Do you know this woman right here? Is she one of your regular followers, Marita?
Yeah.
She Army or Air Force?
I don't know. Ask her.
I like what she wrote. Volunteered for Sergeant Major's detail in Germany, and anybody in the service knows Germany. If you get sent to Germany, that's a good detail. Anyway, volunteered for the Sergeant Major's detail in Germany. We ended up on the roof cleaning gutters and stuff with no safety harness. But when we got off, our unit was GI in the barracks.
She says Army and Army National Guard.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Enjoy your time in Germany.
I think they're not. I don't think Martha's in the military anymore. I think she's retired now.
Gotcha.
Or
I appreciate the comment though. And anybody else wants to comment, I do, because I always forget to open this up. This time I remembered. So the comment.
So let me show you something else. Did you know that you can do this? Charlie's using my software program. Did you know you could do this?
What are you doing
here? Well,
excuse me, please.
I got to remember how to do it.
Hey, while he's looking that up, that little QR code thing that's right over his head, that is for newavalife.com/CharLee Simons.
You don't have your QR code up, dude.
Yes, I do. Extraordinary products, American sourced, American made. They're health products. We're talking about things like collagen. There's a coffee drink. I just had some this morning. And there's which has got all kinds of things in it, not just coffee. It's got cinnamon, it's got cocoa, it's got lion's mane, it's got what's the biggie? Mushrooms in it, and it's a powdered mix. You put it in hot.
I'm drinking it right here. The collagen. I'm drinking.
There
it
you
right
go.
now.
That's the diet one, isn't it? That's the weight loss one.
No. That's this one.
Okay.
That's this one. No, this is the collagen. I just put it in the bottle with a little flavoring. That's
good. Do yourself a favor and put your phone up to that QR code and go there. newavalife.com/CharLee Simons. Just put your little phone up there and the QR code will take you right there. And using my name will give you a discount on products too. You'll thank us for it. You'll thank Mike. Mike's the one that introduced me to it. He's also involved with it. And he's got me being a representative at their affiliate of mine now and an advertiser. And I appreciate it so much, and I know you will too. So please go there. Okay, what'd you find?
Let me just talk. I can't. There's a button, but I think you have to do it before you go. I can't find the button. Right there. I just found it. Duh. Look at it. Pop right up. Boom. Look at that.
That's cool. What is that?
Yeah, that's the comments. They're on the screen.
Oh, really? They're so small that you can't read them.
Well,
Marita says I'm waiting on my order. That's cool.
Let's see here.
Also, she served. Now, see, when I do it my way, you can actually read it. Your way is all teeny and small.
There you go.
That's, I guess, how you do it. I guess that's how you do it in Missouri, teeny and small. But she was in the Army and National Guard. Wow, both. Good on you. And she says I'm out. What? When you retired, when you got out, what rank were you, Marita? E6, E7? Tell me you're on the non-com side, right? So I can respect you.
Be nice.
Nice.
I got a friend right now, him and his wife. She's in the National Guard or the Reserves. I don't remember which one. And she's an officer. I think she's well, I don't want to say too much. She is a counselor, like medical, like mental stuff. And she says she goes, some of these people are really dumb. She said.
Of the officers?
No, she's Martha says she's an E5. I'm talking about my friend. It was an she when people get in trouble or are going to be kicked out or going to be disciplined or something, they have to go talk to her. You understand what I'm saying? For the mental evaluation.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, you don't want that on your record. Yeah. You don't want that on your record. You could be crazy as a loon and you just somebody will have to report you because you're not going to report yourself. I need help. I need help. I need to see somebody for counseling unless you want out.
Right.
And you want to try and retire with a higher pension because you got what do they call it when you go on disability? When you're disabled, 100% disabled because you're a nutbag. Yeah. I guess.
Well, it's got to be service related that made you a nut job. So I've got another friend who was a Marine, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, and had an IED go off. It killed most of the people in his platoon.
Oh, that sucks. I have friends
blew off. He's had hundreds of surgeries putting them together. Blew off side of his face. Blew off. He always has to wear these glasses because he's had flash burn on his eyes.
Oh,
and the guy, he's a great. Let me tell you, he's a great guy. Let me just say that he's a great guy, but he has he's just a little off. He's got full disability, right? 100% disability because
Yeah.
he can't hold a job. He's physically all there, but he's just a little. He's got, he's just a little. He's a great guy. Let me get that wrong. And he deserves every penny. When you get blown up, you should get 100% disability. I'm just saying.
I agree. I got a friend here in my area who almost and he was leader, platoon leader, and in Iraq, and like four of his guys he lost, and he was right there. One of them was alive when he got to him and died in his arms.
Yeah,
that's going to jack you up a little bit. And then afterwards, several in his unit they ate a bullet. Sure. And that's a very, very real thing. And it's awful. And I pray for our fellow vets who are going through that they see things. I'm a public affairs officer. Well, I've never seen combat. I might have taken pictures of people getting ready for it and so on. But, I'm not on the front lines. I packed an M9 before, but that was for other duty I was assigned. But the point is, I'm not really in harm's way, so I can't really fully understand it. But I know a lot of these guys, and you just want to say, come on, suck it up, toughen up. That's what we're there for. But they see things and experience things that most people never will their entire life. Click that button again, Mike, because all those comments are up in front of your face. It's cutting off your jaw, your big protruding jaw. There you go.
Anyway, I just wanted to show you that was there.
Thank you for that. Where is that button, though? You didn't show me where the button is.
Right above the chat room.
Show comments on stage. There it is.
Yeah.
Check that out. That's kind of cool if you're not there, if you don't have a guest.
I have people asking me to put that up on my show now, so
I'm going to. I'm going to do it. There's one other thing I wanted to make you sit through with me, just because I'm one of those weirdos that I love to go to really bad movies, and I want to go with friends because I want to make fun of them. I want to go to friends who are in the entertainment business so we can all make fun of these bad movies.
That's about most every movie now, isn't it? Just about every movie's bad
anymore.
There's a movie out right now, and I've seen the trailer for it. They were talking about this church I attended this weekend, and it's called something. It's a young girl, and I can't remember her name. Susie, Sally, Sharon, something like that. Oil. It's by Angel Studios. You should look that movie up. It looks fantastic. It's about
getting better and better.
It's about a little black girl. Mystery Science Theater 3000, right? It's about a little
black. Mystery Science Theater 3000 is my favorite show ever. I'll find their channel on YouTube and just binge watch them. I'll stay up till 2, 3 in the morning. I'm crazy that way.
The movie that I'm talking about, though, it's about this little black girl, probably 10, 12, 13 years old, somewhere right in there. And somehow she inherits a bunch of land in Oklahoma. It's based on a true story. And God told her that there's oil on the land, and everybody said there's no oil there. And she could hear it. She'd lay down on the ground and she could hear the oil moving around. God told her there was oil on it. Now this was back, when the oil boom just started back, before World War II and all that. And she ends up building
massively wealthy, right?
Yeah, at the end.
Went from nothing to massive wealth.
And
it's gonna unhinge you a little bit, by the way.
And this, no, because she's so grounded in God. She's like leading people, the roughnecks that are working the well. She's like leading them to the Lord and all this other stuff.
Dad did that.
It's crazy. You got to see the movie. I can't think of the name of the movie. It's something oil, and it's her name. And it's out right now.
Is it in theaters right now?
In theaters right now.
See, because I love going to theaters, and I love making fun of bad movies. But a good movie like that, for example, the first time I saw
bad. You should have plenty to. I mean, every movie.
I saw Schindler's List, Mike.
Yeah,
I was frozen in that seat.
Yeah, I haven't.
I was stunned by the power of that film. I
watched it one time all the way through.
That was such an extraordinary film. And until Passion of the Christ, Schindler's List was what I pointed to as the greatest movie ever made. especially the one scene where everything's in black and white, by the way.
Yep.
Which was very powerful too, except for this one scene with the little girl. And if you haven't seen it, that's all I'm going to say. That just ripped the tears right out of me. That scene right there. I can't even talk about it because it'll make me get emotional again.
Another
But
movie
it stunned me so much. I sat there while they're cleaning up the theater around me, and everybody's gone, and I'm the only one left. I can't believe what I just saw. But then I saw Passion of the Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happened. I wound up
going Mel Gibson's making a sequel to that one, right?
I know that. As a matter of fact, I understand in Europe right now doing it. Mm-hmm. But that's why he's not running for governor of California, by the way.
Well, he doesn't.
There was big talk that he was going to do that, and I think he could have won.
Yeah.
I think he could have won.
He could have, but he doesn't need that gig. That's not a Mel Gibson role.
No, he doesn't. But when he lost his house in the Palisades fire and found out about all the corruption and crap that happened because of the uncontrolled burn, that prompted him.
Did you see the stuff coming out about that right now?
Yes.
About how they didn't put the fire out to begin with. Yeah.
I think they started it.
Maybe. I don't think it was as nefarious that way. You see, when it comes to all this stuff, like Maui fire and all this stuff, the nefariousness is taking advantage of it. It's taking advantage of it. It's not the cause of it. That's where I stand. So anyways,
I just did a show with Michelle Melendez. She lives on the Big Island, Hawaii. And it was all about the Maui land grab. It was very powerful.
Oh, I have no doubt they're grabbing the land.
She had photos and videos that I had not seen, and it was stunning. Just go to rumble.com/do-not-talk and look up that show, Maui Land Grab. It's only about 4 or 5 shows down. Worth it. But and Holly Baglio, I see, is right now watching as well. She'd be a great guest for you, Mike. She was on my show as well. She was MK Ultra'd from birth.
Wow.
It is quite
I just don't do much interviews anymore. I'm just not. You're the interview guy. I'm not the interview guy.
Oh, well, that's true. Good point. That's a good point. And that's why you're doing so much better than I am.
I don't know about that. But.
No, you are. You're doing great. You are a true success story in the podcasting alternative media world, because Mike goes live every day, and he does like and it's just him. So I can only imagine the kind of prep you put into every single show, because he's got photos, he's got videos, he goes to this and goes to that, and it's mesmerizing, and he'll go for like 2 hours.
Sometimes I'm amazed at it too.
He'll get 5, 10, 8, 18,000 people watching. I'm like, oh man, Mike.
I think my show today was really good because I was showing the you have to watch it just because you've seen all the stuff that's happening, the drama. I mean, you've got that McAllister, what is that her name? The congresswoman from Florida just indicted, facing 53 years in prison for embezzlement. You've got they're wanting to stay.
Gavin Newsom's former chief of staff.
Yeah, no, I'm talking just about Patriot Mike Show. Patriot Mike Show is where you can find me.
Yeah.
Right there on Rumble, Patriot Mike Show. No, I'm talking just in the house. This is just in the house yesterday. Okay. Patch McCain, whatever his name is, Patch McCain. I can't think of his name now. Dan Crenshaw has just been, they've suspended his ability to travel in the country because he got toasted somewhere and had and did a bunch of dumb stuff. They're right now trying to censor Corey Mills because he was in a relationship with a girl who he's still sort of in a relationship with, who is 28 years old, and they were menage a trois and text messaging back and forth about some weird sex fetish stuff. And so they're trying to censor him. And I'm like, then they didn't censor the plastic chick who was texting Epstein while in a hearing Epstein coaching her on questions to ask. See, so they got those. There was another one. There's another one happened.
Chick.
I don't know. Her name is not plastic, but it rhymes with Padilla. Rhymes with armadillo. He ran out of a chamber hearing they were having in protest. This all happened yesterday. So I give all the people, I give them names. So.
While these meltdowns are happening and everybody on our side of the fence are screaming and squealing about, what happened to all the arrests? How come the arrests aren't happening? Two things. One, all those federal judges put in place by Obama and Biden are still in place.
Did you see that?
And every time, look what they just did in Chicago, where a Biden judge released 600 illegals who were arrested.
He didn't release anybody. He ordered the ICE and the Justice Department to release people, to which they said no. Nobody got released.
But the point is, these judges are still in place.
Yeah, the latest on that front. Okay, you remember the airplanes right at the beginning? We first started rounding people up and shipping them home. We sent a couple of airplanes down to El Salvador full of illegals, and one of them was the Maryland man that Padilla, rhymes with armadillo, went down and had margaritas with. You remember that? All that. And then the judge, what is the bald-headed guy?
Boasberg.
What's that? Boasberg.
Was it Boasberg?
Yes, he ruled that they needed to turn the planes around, and said we can't turn the planes around. I mean, they're too far. They're not going to work.
They're about to land.
So he held the government, he held whomever it is in contempt. Well, then the DOJ appealed that, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said you can't. You're no 5-4 decision. Donald Trump can ship them wherever he wants to ship them, right? So yesterday, he proceeded to open up his contempt. They're still in contempt. Yeah, they can do what they want to do, but I'm still holding them in contempt. To which I say, nice ruling you got there. How are you going to enforce it? Who are you going to call? I hold Donald Trump in contempt. Okay, great. He's the president of the United States. What are you going to call the U.S. Marshals? They work for him. The DOJ, they work for him. The FBI, they work for him. Who are you going to call? Who's going to go into the White House and arrest and detain the president of the United States because some lower court judge says he's in contempt?
I don't know. They raided his home at Mar-a-Lago. They brought him up on charges.
They raided his home in Mar-a-Lago when Joe Biden controlled the FBI, the Marshals, and the DOJ. Donald Trump controlled. Those are all executive branch. Who are you going to call? I mean, what, are you going to have a gunfight with the Secret Service to get in there with the sheriff or something? Who are you going to call?
But the point I'm trying to make is these judges are still in positions of tremendous power.
Absolutely.
And we don't have the power to legally get rid of them and impeach them unless we have a majority in the House and the Senate. See, the House can do what they want, but the Senate can say no way. So we got to have a majority in the House and the Senate. And that's why these coming primaries and midterm elections this next summer are vital. Because once we can get that control, if we can get control of the House and Senate, a solid, non-busting, like they have in California, all the Democrats, it's a supermajority. If we can accomplish that on a federal level, which is not likely because midterm elections, we Americans always vote for the other party.
Okay,
for these representatives.
Two things on that. First of all, did I tell you that the Republican operative bought Dominion voting machines?
Yes,
Number one, Donald Trump, the reason the shutdown ended was not because of SNAP, was not because of any other reason.
No, it's because they got the wins they wanted in the areas they wanted.
No, that's not. The Democrat Party.
Chuck Schumer did that whole thing.
Chucky Schumer wanted to go through Thanksgiving. They wanted to keep it shut down. Do you know why they caved? Because Donald Trump had movement on the filibuster. Donald Trump had several Republicans ready to move on the filibuster.
And all bets would be off if we could get rid of the filibuster. And everybody who says that's messing with the government, that's the American way. No, the filibuster is not in our original document.
The Constitution. No,
it is not in the Constitution. It's only about 80 years old. The filibuster. That was something new, and everybody jumped on it. No, this is great. Somebody can sit there and talk for 38 hours and read books and so on, everything but the Bible, of course, the Democrats. And they can hold up votes while they're doing their wrangling in the back rooms and so on and so forth. That is not part of the Constitution.
Nope.
No, that's not part of our history of the United States of America.
So the reason they caved,
yeah,
and it wasn't just Chucky Schumer. It was Thune too. It was Republican leadership too. They didn't want the groundswell to rise up and force them to vote on the filibuster. They didn't want that to happen because there would have been Democrats that went along with it. And they knew it. So they caved.
I disagree with my president. We need to get rid of the filibuster. If we could get rid of the filibuster, we could be making these things happen right now.
And he's still pushing for it. He's still pushing for it.
I agree with him.
Donald Trump wants that. But who doesn't want that is the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. They don't want to get rid of it. The Democrat Party don't want to get rid of it because they don't want to give the Republicans the power. The Republican Party doesn't want to get rid of it because they don't want to give the conservative constitutionalists the power. And the Democrats, as soon as they win, like you said, if they win in 2026, the next day, filibuster's gone. They pack the courts. They add a couple more states, and we're California. And so we need to get rid of it now so we could do that.
Speaking of adding states and districts and so on and so forth, what's the latest on what happened in Texas, where one judge said, no, you can't redistrict. You can't go based on your own census.
It's going to get appealed. So I don't have an answer for you as far as what's going to come with that. But right now, it's going to get appealed. It'll end up getting appealed. So
okay. There's one more thing I wanted to watch with you, just to close out the show with something fun and funny. This goes back to 2019. You want to see what the Democrats are all about and what this party's really like. You want to see the future of New York. First of all, just watch the movie Idiocracy. That will give you a good idea. The other one is to watch at their own convention. This is the Democrat, or as they call it, Democratic, which, by the way, I hate that. Conservatives, please listen to me right now. Stop buying into that. Don't follow the Democrats' example of calling themselves democratic. Everything's democratic. That's a form of government. They are in a political party that worships that form of government. It's a failed form of government. It never works. It's a bad idea. Our founding fathers hated democracy.
Karl Marx loved it.
Yeah, Karl Marx loves democracy.
Adolf Hitler loved it.
Yeah, that's right. Good point. So please stop saying Democratic anything. Democratic congressman. No, don't say that. Democrat. Or utilize my phrase, Democrat. But this is the Democratic Socialist Convention that happened in 2019. Have you seen this, Mike?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a little mashup of all the times they were interrupted by people in the audience with different complaints. And this is hilarious. That's why I brought up about watching bad movies and making fun of them. Let's do it. You're going to love this. Let me expand to full screen here. Dang it. I think I messed it up. There it is. There it is. Okay. Turn up the volume. Here we go.
Is it working? Is it working?
If you're not a counter.
If I'm not a counter? It ain't playing on my end.
Oh, it's not. Dagnabbit.
No. Here, while you're getting that set up, you talked about Idiocracy.
Yeah.
While you go get that working, here you go.
For the
I love that
last
movie.
time, I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
The Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops.
Yes.
Water. Like out the toilet?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be out of the toilet, but yeah, that's the idea.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Okay, look. The plants aren't growing, so I'm pretty sure that the Brondo's not working. Now, I'm no botanist, but I do know that if you put water on plants, they grow.
Oh, well, I've never seen no plants grow out of no toilet.
Hey, that's good. You sure you ain't the smartest guy in the world?
Yeah.
Okay, look, you want to solve this problem. I want to get my pardon, so why don't we just try it, okay? And not worry about what plants crave.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
It's what they use to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why do they use them to make Brondo?
Because Brondo's got electrolytes.
I love that movie.
My favorite line is, "It's got electrolytes."
Got electrolytes. So you're not seeing this screen right now?
I see the screen, but it ain't playing.
Okay, let me try it again then. Let me try it again. Oh, I think I know why. I got too many things open here. Sorry for the delay. Stand by, everybody, please. Trust me, this is worth it. Okay. Let me go back. My apologies. This is my fault.
Never try this at home. We're professionals.
We're professionals. Here we go. This will work. I know what I did. I know what I did wrong. Worth the delay. Here we go.
If you're standing up,
That worked.
could you sit down and get into a seat so that so there aren't so many people moving around? And then let me consult the people who are counting. So everyone who is not a counter, take a seat. Take a seat. Everyone on the walls, take a seat so that we can count. When there's so many people moving around, it's very difficult to count.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Here we go.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus.
Way to represent
Please,
SAC.
I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade.
Comrade.
Name, chapter, pronoun.
Point of personal privilege.
Here we go.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Show them.
Okay.
We have a lot of disabled comrades, and a lot of those are invisible disability. First of all, in this room, I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this, and that's really important. Because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up these. And additionally, with the noise, like waving banners, right? If you don't know what to do, show up these, right? I'm sure there's lots of ways that we can communicate to each other without needing to rely on something that's going to hurt somebody else.
And we wonder why
We
California's
have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these, right? On 7, there's one that has video but no sound. If you still want to be able to observe the convention, but the sound is an issue. There's also on Piedmont 8, a completely quiet room. One thing to note there, please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent, for instance, right?
An aggressive scent.
Because that's going to be difficult.
Like body odor?
Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to MAGA assholes. We're almost there. Just but thank you.
Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload. And that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. Like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't going to get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate, okay?
After that, we're going to go through adopting the rules. So with that, everyone, we're going to start voting. So let's take a deep breath.
Point of order.
Great.
Point of order.
And so I'm going to welcome Brian to give the credentials report.
Hey, where's the prayer, by the way? Are they going to do the national
everybody,
anthem?
Brian Laverne, he, him from Houston.
And now we're going to move on to the resolutions and
Very
amendments
brief.
committee.
Very brief point of information.
Here we go.
If you are using a microphone, talk into it directly like I am right now, and do not wave your face back and forth because people cannot hear you. That is all.
Do not wave your
Awesome.
face back
Thank you
and
for
forth.
the pointers.
I tell people to do that too.
Could someone please
Eat that
run a mic
microphone.
to the comrade in the jean jacket, of which there are many?
Wait a
Comrade
minute.
in
That was
jean jacket.
explosive laughter. They're gonna trigger somebody.
I simply had a question.
Sorry, could we? Thank you. We are debating the amendment to the committee report, and that amendment is to swap 6 of the
What? I'm sorry, what?
the amendment is to take 6
Take
different
aspirin.
delegates to recognize 6 different delegates from East Bay
Minor
from what
alternate drugs.
the committee report says.
To
Great.
take-
Could you get to the mic, please?
Yeah, please, because we can't
So
hear you.
point of clarification in that the chair gave a report. There was a verbal second from the audience on the report of which was given. And then there was a motion for an amendment to that. What are we actually talking about at this point? And what is the vote going to be?
Thank you.
Well, you didn't say if you were a he, him, or not.
So in
Yeah,
voting yes, are we
yeah, you
voting
forgot your
yes?
pronouns.
Yes. Yeah. So voting yes
Upholds
means-
the delegates.
No. So voting yes means that you want the substitute
God.
6 delegates to be seated instead of the delegation that is outlined in the credentials committee report.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does that make
what she
sense?
said. No.
No.
What she said.
So if you agree with what the report recommended, then you should. I'm just asking. I'm trying to understand what.
Voting yes means that you are supporting the challenge to the East Bay delegation.
And
Point
we
of privilege.
Mhm.
Can I reiterate that we, for the sake of our comrades who have sensory issues,
Comrades.
refrain from hissing, loudly shouting out your opinion on a vote, or waving banners and signs that
These are the
reflect your
people that
vote
want
in
to
front of
start
people.
World War III
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Civil War or
Thank you.
whatever.
Okay, so
Refrain
now,
from hissing.
is there any further debate on the credentials committee report?
Point.
Hold on, point of order. Yep.
Thank you. So
Sorry, what's your name and
my
your?
name is Trey. I use they, them, and he, him pronouns. I'm from Memphis. Thank you for asking. Nice to meet you.
Nobody's
Sorry.
asking.
Nice to meet you.
I had a question.
Didn't want to meet you.
So, Nick? Jack? What is his name? Or what is their name?
Doesn't
Nick
matter.
J.
Just ask
They
the question.
were elected as an at-large delegate before they resigned. Is that correct? No. No? Okay, then never mind.
Now, we are going to.
Point of information, could you please let us know how many delegates there are?
Anyone know that?
Anyone know that?
Delegates
Do you know that?
How many delegates are there?
I believe 1,057.
Thank you.
Hi, I am Andy P. From Los Angeles, they, them pronouns. Could I please ask the chair to, again, there was a previous point of privilege about waving around signs, that it is distracting to other comrades. I have autism. This is distracting to me. I would like to ask our fellow delegates, please, to not wave around your signs, especially during voting.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh,
Please do not wave around your signs. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Mike, and my
Madam
pronouns
Chair,
are not
At this point,
comrade.
we're waiting for the vote to be created. When it's ready, I'll let you know, and there will be a a URL projected on the screen. And you will be able to put that in either to your phone, or you can go use one of the iPads that we have ready.
Thank you, Chair. Nick, he, him, his from Twin Cities. This is on behalf of a delegate who's currently in the remote room. They say that it is very hard to see the screens and cannot get a URL.
Rebecca, are you ready to share what's going on?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we've hit the Opavert server too hard, and I'm gonna go call Jeff.
A point of information then?
Yes.
Okay, I'm old school, folks, and it's probably some technical problem that we can't solve. So my point of information is really a question. Is it possible that we do this the old-fashioned way and have the yeses on one side of the room and no's on the other? Would that be possible?
So everybody's supposed to stand up and move when they're ready to vote, depending on how you're going to vote?
We're going to take a hand count right now.
We need Dominion voting
and
systems
hopefully
is what
this
they
online
need.
voting system will work.
Then they won't have to worry about
when
voting.
a counter has gone around and confirmed, like nodded at you or something.
And the delegate who brought clickers.
You can lower your hand.
Oh,
But
good
only
Lord.
when the person who's like counting has like verbally or confirmed with their body language that they've counted your vote.
I thought body
Point of
language was
personal privilege,
racist.
please.
Yes, what's your personal privilege?
Hi, so I know that this is kind of annoying. I know it's taking a while, but we want this to be done right. We are a democratic organization. We want to do this right.
Democratic.
I myself watched some of the counters not count some of the votes.
Oh, no.
And it may have been a mistake, but maybe we need to do this a different way.
Okay, everyone, by a vote,
Just
all
tell
the
everybody
counting
what
has
you want 'em to
happened.
do.
By a vote of 523 to 443, that passes. And so we will, sorry, if we could respect our comrades.
Yeah, what happened to the no loud outbursts?
As it would inhibit the democracy that is inherent to our organization. If you look at it, most of the time that has been wasted in this body was not wasted on debate. It was wasted in vote after vote after vote and voting on whether we're going to vote on voting. It is ridiculous, and this resolution would not save us any time.
When we're raising our placards, when we transition between the votes, can we slow down a little bit because it's starting to get confusing for people? Thank you.
Totally. Yep.
But what it would have to be after the.
Sorry, that's a point of debate. That's not actually.
Well, no, I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
No, that's out of order.
Doesn't make
Sorry,
any sense.
we've ended debate. Okay, so now we're going to vote.
Oh, here we go again.
Voting yes would be to make it. Hold on, could I just get through my sentence, please? Okay, so all those in favor of. We already said that that's July 2018. Okay, so
What happens if there's conflicting amendments? So I feel like we don't know is not an acceptable answer, but that's a point of debate. I know.
yeah, that's a point of debate. Okay, vote all those in favor
Point
of
of inquiry? I have a
yeah,
point of
what's your
inquiry.
point of inquiry?
As it stands, this is Daniel Ray from Piedmont. He, him pronouns. As it
Hey,
stands
area.
right now, can we make amendments to resolutions
No.
and constitutional
No.
bylaws stand?
No.
Okay.
No.
Thank you.
Okay, so all those in favor of adopting the convention rules, please raise your placards. All those opposed? That passes. We now have convention rules.
They got to the rules. Yay! Now we got the rest of the convention. This is going to be a long day. Jeez. Oh my goodness. I
This
couldn't have
was in
survived it.
California. It was in the San Francisco Bay Area where this happened. Yes, these people are real. And
At least they could poop on the streets. So you ain't got to worry about that.
and you can actually get a real app to show you where the current poops are so you can avoid them. Or go there and celebrate whatever.
I avoid them every day.
Do you? Oh,
by
well.
staying in central Missouri.
Good point.
The only poop on the streets around here comes from cows and horses.
Mike,
Deer.
one thing that became very apparent when I was broadcasting live a couple of weeks ago from that governor showdown, with all the conservative candidates on stage and doing the debate, and Kim Yater, thank God for her and putting that all together. It was extraordinary. I love that I was there. I'm so glad, so grateful. And you can watch my backstage interviews with all these people also at rumble.com.
If I was closer, I'd come to them too, but it's quite a ways away.
It kind of is. But one thing I was so proud of with all of that was every candidate on there was strong. And I realized we have a strong bench. On the left, they don't. Have you seen Katie Porter?
Yes. She's a winner.
That's their front runner.
I'm not answering any of these questions.
That's their front runner. Let me see if I can find that right now if you haven't seen it yet. That is the front runner.
I mean, she's awesome. But there's a lot of time left between now and then. You could get Kamala Harris in as a governor. It'd be great.
We don't want her. She didn't even get one vote.
What does that have to do with
from
it?
California, she didn't get one vote.
What does that have to do with it?
Good point. I get that. Here we go.
You guys don't have elections in California. You have selections.
Katie Porter. Here we go.
She's
the
a
front
winner.
runner for governor.
Of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump.
How do I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60%
Ma'am.
of the vote. So you don't
I
think
feel
you
like
need
this
to
is
vote.
unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question?
Well, to those voters. Okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
A California gubernatorial hopeful snapped at a CBS News reporter and tried to storm out of an interview after being asked a simple question about President Trump. Ex-California Representative
The truth is, she
Katie
didn't even have
Porter
the
was
guts to
reported
storm
trying
out.
to pull the
If
plug
you're gonna
on the
storm
sit-down
out,
interview
storm out.
with CBS News Sacramento.
Let's storm out. That's right.
If
So
you're gonna
then
do
there's
it,
this
do
one.
it. Don't misfire.
Watch this. Watch this one. This is from her home, doing a podcast, fed to her questions about electric vehicles and how important they are.
Ready for
That we
stat
all
number
have to have
two?
electric vehicles.
I am. All right. $632.
I like her
$632,
butcher
which
block.
is how much you save in
You
fuel
like that,
and
yeah.
maintenance costs
I
when you
like it.
replace your traditional car with an EV, with an electric vehicle. So I lease a Chevy Bolt. It is the best car that I have ever owned. I just plug it into the garage, 3-hole prong plug, and I never have to go to the gas station.
That's
Of course, you're completely screwed when the grid goes down.
Yeah, semantics.
$2 is real money. And I know here at UCI, we have a National Fuel Center Research Center, and they're also doing work on how to make electric vehicles affordable, including for low and moderate income people, working moms, single moms like me.
Now, what's the
people who
background?
really could benefit from an extra
What's
$632
behind
in their
Katie
pocket. And
Portly?
it's also not just the individual savings, but it's also the total savings for our economy. So I'm on the oversight committee, you might know, and that is where we did a study recently this fall in September. And what it showed is if we don't electrify our transportation sector, that we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely.
Did you hear what she just said?
A half a
If we
million
all don't vote-
Californians are going to die.
Yeah, we, by the way, have some of the cleanest air in the nation. We really do, because we're the ones that were at the forefront of taking lead out of fuel.
Yeah, except for if you're like in Sylmore or what is that? The San Joaquin Valley and all that stuff, because they didn't have clean air when the Indians were there.
No, they did not. You're right. A lot of dust. A lot of dust. Okay, let's continue. Here we go. Watch this now.
And other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my fucking shot.
Dang it. Now it messed up. Dang it.
Hey, you accomplished the task.
There we go. There
That's
we go.
what
Here
you
we
do
go.
live.
Lose.
Yeah, remember this
Get
was
out of my fucking shot.
for some reason when it gets to that,
Dying prematurely.
maybe my computer's naturally trying to censor
And
her
other
F word.
problems, and
Here
the
we go.
state could lose. Get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that.
She's telling her that your facts are wrong, by the way. Your facts are wrong. You said something wrong.
Okay. You also were in my shot before that.
But she didn't care about
Stay
that.
out of my shot.
There was no thank you for letting me
I'm going
know.
to start again with electric vehicles saving us money.
Yeah,
And the
because you
state
already
could
know all the
lose-
questions.
Get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually.
What an asshole.
Well, there is not. I mean, yes. Wouldn't you imagine working for something like that? Could you imagine? I hear that like a lot of female, of course, on the conservative side too, of these elected officials are very hard to get along with.
Lot
That's
of
what I
them.
hear.
Yeah.
I hear Dan Crenshaw, after he hits a couple, he's pretty easy to get along with, but that's a whole nother story.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'd imagine, is not exactly the easiest to work
Well,
with.
did you hear the rumors about Marjorie Taylor Greene? I'm not normally a conspiracy theorist, but I do have a hat. I have my conspiracy hat. So whenever I talk conspiracy on my show, I put my hat on. So everybody
Nice.
knows that I'm not Candace Owens, that I let you know when I'm just pulling it out of my rear end, right?
Mm-hmm.
But evidently, though, Marjorie Taylor Greene's recently divorced.
Yeah.
Right. And she evidently had an affair with a guy that worked out at her gym or his gym, I don't know, who was a polyramic, polygraphic, I don't know, how do you say it? Polyamorous, that's the word, sex guru. That's why she got divorced.
What the hell is that? Paula rah rah rah?
Yeah, it's where you have a fruffle. You know what a fruffle is? A fruffle's like a threesome, but with more, and they're all into. It's a relationship.
I think that was called an orgy. Or,
yeah,
or
but this
swingers.
this is an orgy with a relationship. It's like an ongoing thing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Anyways, so that's why she got divorced, because she's having these polyamorous relationships with some kind of sex guru. And so I'm just saying, I don't think there's a problem with that in Congress, because we know about the Brokeback Mountain stuff in the Senate office chambers. So
Yes, that's right.
we know that Madison Cawthorn was ran out of town on a rail because he said he kept getting invited to orgies. So this is like normal for DC. So it's not a big deal, but does kind of clarify a lack of character. So this is my theme song for that.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Anywho, I thought that would be fun.
You're doing that. I want to bring up one of my favorites too, but I forget how to do. Oh, here it is. Here it is right here. This is what I have to say to anybody who brings up the whole gubernatorial race out here in California. And again, there's no way the Republicans can win. We don't have good enough candidates. The Democrats are going to gonna railroad us again. And I have this whole thing about from Groucho Marx, but now I can't find it, so forget I brought it up.
Oh, you're talking about this one right here, aren't you?
What's the news from the outside world, Kurt? Well, for one thing, General Ulysses S. Grant has been elected president of the United States. What did I tell you, fellas? The next president will be a Republican. A Republican? Well, do tell. I never knew there was anything except Democrats.
That was the one you were talking about?
No, I was talking about the Groucho Marx one. Whatever it is, I'm against it. But anyway, I love that one. That is from a very bad Western. And I'm not kidding when I say I watch bad old movies. I love them. I get the biggest kick out of them. Mystery Science Theater 3000 freak. That's me.
Huh.
And that was from an old movie that I literally held my phone up I paused it. And I went, oh my God, I got to get that. I paused. I held my phone up, tried to hold it as still as possible, and recorded that clip. And the first time I posted it, I got tagged with some kind of copyright infringement thing.
That's why I don't post on Facebook.
That movie. How did they find that? How did they tag that?
Who knows?
I
Hey,
hate
I
the
tell you what, I've got to go. I just remembered my charger is still on my truck out there. I need to go get my charger off my truck before it catches fire.
Okay,
So-
buddy. Well, chargers are kind of heavy. You probably don't want to put that on your truck. But I'm sorry. You're about a battery charger. Got it.
Yes.
Listen, thanks for joining me. Thanks
Not
for
a
hanging
problem.
out on the show. I appreciate it more than you know. That's Mike Cook. Where do we find you, Mike?
Patriot Mike Show. Just Rumble, X. That's the best places. Facebook, YouTube sucks. But I'm over there. In fact, I think you're on there on my channel.
I am right now. I'm on both our channels right now.
And I added you to my when I came on. I added you to my X channel too. I added that in, so you're streaming over there too. So,
Good.
anyways,
Thank you.
appreciate it. Yeah, not a problem. Good job. But I'm gonna get out of here because I've got to go fix that. All right.
Talk to you later.
Yeah.
You got to get your battery charged up before you drop down to 48 below zero up there in Missouri.
Yeah. Well, it's nice right now, but my anyways, I better go handle this. All right.
All right.
Bye.
See you, man. There you go. That was fun. Just hanging out for a little bit. Somebody bailed on me, and I thought, well, I just threw that out. Mike, come join me on here, and we'll just goof around. So I hope you had fun watching Dick Cheney's funeral and the Democrats. Point of order. My pronouns are, sit down, shut up. Go to my website, would you please? Just in time for Christmas, get yourself one of these mugs. I love this mug. This is a big old mug, too, 15-ouncer. Let's talk about politics and religion. Do not talk. So that's what everybody sees when you're taking a drink. Let's talk about politics and religion. Where'd you get that from? CharLee Simons, Do Not Talk, CharLeeSimons.com. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless America. But most importantly, America, bless God.